Friday Night Football is brought to you by Winnebago Motorhomes. Live a life of adventure.
Welcome to a Week 2 edition of Friday Night Football. I'm Eric Graver, he's Ethan Wiles, and our second game of the week brings us to the Nick 10 with two teams that have big aspirations for this season, Ethan.
That's right, Harlem and Hononegah both 1-0 on this young season, and they bring us the first big-time Nick 10 game of the year.
Friday Night Football's Game of the Week is brought to you in part by Feldco, Rockford's home renewal experts.
And always a fun matchup between these two teams. We'll start with the Huskies on defense. Shamar Connor gets a big-time sack on third down, and that was followed up by a muffed punt, so that sets the Huskies up in the red zone. They turn it into points. Derek Anderson, great pass to Drake Ferguson for the early lead. Ryan Zimmerman getting his Hano squad ready, trying to get him right back into this game. Just a 7-0 deficit, and on fourth down now. Lucas Poppy, the senior, on the carry. Big time running, and we are all tied up. Watch out for this Hano offense when they get going. Isaiah Hui in the open field, just making people miss left and right. Extends for the end zone. They take a 14-7 lead. Bob Moynihan trying to get his defense settled down in this one, but Hano, they're not slowing down. Cole Warren to Cole Schmall. Beautiful ball into the end zone. Hano just won't be stopped, and the senior Cole Warren locked in out there tonight. And Hano would make it 28-7 at the half with Eston Fitchter powering his way in for the touchdown. All Hano tonight. They are leading 42-7 in the fourth quarter.
To Guilford High School now, with the Vikings hosting the Auburn Knights at Swanson Stadium in a rivalry game. Auburn handing it to their big bruising back. Patrick DeBose makes the nice cut and takes it to the house for a quick Auburn lead in the first quarter.
Hard to bring him down.
Now you know that. Guilford coach Tony Capriotti not happy about that one. On the ensuing kickoff, though, Guilford's Messiah Hilton Fields gets some blocks. You're going to see that some confusion there on who gets the ball, but he gets some blocks, finds the seam, and gets to the outside. He is gone for the kick return touchdown. Just like that, Guilford takes the 8-6 lead.
Nice patience from him there.
That one has the Vikings fired up on their home field, and Auburn's offense looking strong. Nice run after the catch from Leonard Spates. And the Knights are going to get some more points, and they get the 26-14 win.
How about those Knights getting into the win column? And to the East, E-Rabs on the road at Milt Brown Stadium for Belvedere North's home opener. And North trying to close out a big first half in style. Alan Perez boots home a 47-yard field goal as time expires, making it 31-0 Blue Thunder at the break. Dancers showing off their skills, feeling good out there in their home opener. And North trying to put this one away through the air. Jordan McClellan gets the diving interception. Great defensive play for the E-Rabs, and you know Gary Griffin appreciates that effort out there. But the Blue Thunder, always too much on the ground out there. Breaking through the line, gets dragged down at the 1-yard line. Got to reward the big guy at the goal line, though. Dinsmore punching it in. North rolls to 2-0, 51-6, the final over East.
Belvedere North knows how to pound the rock. Two teams looking to grab their first win of the season, with the Bucks playing the Pretzels. Second straight week for me out in Freeport. The Freeport cheerleaders out in full force, and so are the offenses tonight. The Pretzels scored on their opening drive. Belvedere responds. Gunnar Vrenma finding Jason Dean. He's going to make that man miss and fight for those extra yards. He wouldn't stop. Vrenma drops back on third down, and Dean is going to make the impressive catch. Gets 1 foot down. Might have been good in the pros, too. Take another look at this toe tap catch from the Bucks, and they would have answered that Freeport touchdown there.
What a play.
Like I said, might be good in the pros. A spectacular catch puts the Bucks back in it. But the Pretzel defense would stand strong. Next possession, Vrenma rolls out, and this one stays in the air a little too long. Ali Al-Zaire with the pick, and Freeport, they go right back to work on offense. Woker and crew in the red zone. He's going to give it to DJ Denarius Jackson, and he fights his way into the end zone. Freeport wins this one big, 48-14. And over at Auburn High School, the Jayhawks playing host to the Titans. This one a quick finish over at Auburn High School as the Titans roll over Jefferson 44-8. Boylan plays host to Belvedere North next week, and Jefferson travels to Harlem.
Sets up a big Week 3 matchup between Boylan and Belvedere North, Ethan. Some great football in the Nick 10 tonight, and still to come, we head to the big Northern Conference with one player looking to build off a 5-touchdown performance from Week 1. More highlights when Friday Night Football returns right after the break. Love seeing all the young fans out there. And we're moving to the big Northern, Ethan, and Byron is always one of the toughest teams to beat in the conference. But the Crusaders are feeling confident after a great showing in Week 1. Two teams battling to stay unbeaten in the big Northern. Start on Byron's opening drive. Braden Knoll breaks through, takes it in for the quick 7-0 lead. And Lutheran head coach Jeff Ludke, in his second year as head coach, not happy about that one.
I've seen that look before.
Yeah, we've seen that, but the next Tigers possession, he's going to have more looks like that. They get it to Knoll again. Another touchdown for the Byron Jr. The Lutheran fans trying to stay positive in their home stadium, trying to get amped up for Friday night, but too much Byron out there. Aiden Shank goes deep to Knoll for his third touchdown of the game. Byron rolls 64-0, the final.
Knoll was rolling.
The Cogs coming off a big Week 1 showing, look to build off of that on the road against North Boone, but the Vikings defense coming out really strong. Jimmy Ellsworth, the tackle for loss. We saw a lot of that out there in North Boone, and the Vikes fans loving what they're seeing. Jack Christensen, the quarterback, showing he could do it all out there. A nice run here, makes some men miss, and tackles over him, gets himself to the 20-yard line, and showing he could sling it too. Look at that pass deep to Chris Dutch in the corner of the end zone. How about those Vikings? Big first win of the year, 35-6 is the final.
On to Oregon now, with the Hawks hosting a Dukes team coming off a huge Week 1 win over Stillman. Oregon throwing it through the air first. Austin Eggyed, he's going to get the pass before the Dixon defense gets to him. The Hawks turn the ball over, and Dixon looks for their first score of the game. It's Colin Shaner for the touchdown, and Dixon goes for 2, passing it back to number 2 to lead 8-0. Oregon, the nice ball here, handed catch by Josh Crandall before he gets pushed out of bounds, and even the young fans, they know how to have fun on Friday night too. Look at this pass. Austin Eggyed again. The passing plays wouldn't be enough in the end, though. However, the Dukes, they hang on to win 29-20. To cap off the big Northern now, the Royal Lions heading over to Winnebago. Both teams on the hunt for their first win of the year. The Winnebago Water Boys out there. Bago up 2 scores in the first, and I'll just admit my defeat here. Mitchell Cunningham gives it to Supreme Muhammad, but you don't see that because they faked me out, and Supreme is that fast. He gets into the end zone. Ensuing kickoff,
quick,
though, Tyshawn Gaston, he's going to try and be gone on the return, and he's going to set the Royal Lions up with great field position here before he gets pushed out of bounds, but just 4 plays into the drive for the Royal Lions. Jaden Williams drops back, and this one is going to be picked off by the Indians, and I nearly get taken out by this block on the sideline. And unfortunately for the Indians, that play gets called back due to that blindside block. The Indians would get the ball back, and they would keep rolling. Daniel Ballard adds some inches to that neck roll, young fella. Big first down for the Indians, sets up this. Cunningham drops back, and he's going to find Blaze Brown for 6. An absolute dime, and a lot of that. Winnebago cruises to the 55-34 win.
We've had tons of great football so far, but we're not done yet. We'll check in with some local teams that notched multiple playoff wins last year. More highlights in our play of the week right after the break. Forreston and Dakota showed how strong the NUIC can be when they faced off in the 1A quarterfinals last year. Dakota was looking for some revenge tonight after the Cards ended their run last season. Rivals meeting up in Dakota tonight, and let's start right on the goal line. Owen Mulder, the run for the first score of the game for the Cardinals. Forreston, a run-heavy team. They hand it off to Mulder again. Big run to the sideline, and heavy Forreston running right there. And later on in the drive, another touchdown run. Check this out from Forreston. Just all over him out there. Dakota looking for some points to pass play, but look out. Cohen Kirchner taking the ball out of the air, taking it all the way for the pick 6.
Gonna have to check with Alex on that.
Yeah, how about that play? And Dakota would line up late in the 4th, score a goal line touchdown with Connor Matthews, but not enough for Dakota. Cards win it, 18-8, the final.
And over to the 1A state champs, Lena Winslow on the road against Fulton. First quarter, Lena Winslow's Gage Dunker. He's going to find his way into the end zone, and the Panthers go up 7-0, and they would keep
of that in
it
state
going.
last year.
You know it. We're going to see much more of it. There's the steamer boat on the sideline. Dunker, he'd find his way into the end zone again, 14-0. Lena Winslow continuing their dominant streak as they beat Fulton 32-8. They head to Stockton next Friday night. And Rochelle looking to move to 2-0 on the young season with a win over Morton. Tight game in the Hub City. Morton on the move. Hub's trying to bring him down, but the Potters get inside the 5 with some sick moves there, and he gets his way down inside the red zone. Potters punch it in for the score to take a 13-12 lead in the third. Hub's trying to fight back, though. Their running back Jordan Bly with a strong run. Rochelle would not score on this drive. It would be a tight finish. Morton takes the win 27-26, the final.
What a game out in Rochelle. And our photographers scoured the area looking for the best high school football action tonight, but only one could be our play of the week. It was in Freeport with the Bucks' Jason Dean. Toe tap touchdown. How about that angle right there?
That confirms it was good in the NFL,
one more time.
too.
It was good in the NFL, any league, really. And the Bucks, they got themselves a playmaker with Jason Dean. Well, Ethan, it was a great week, too. We got one football game coming up tomorrow, so tune in for that. We will see you next week for week 3.